some carry a little more juice, and when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Hurricanes will kick off first, and here we go. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Breaks the tackle. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
We know this defense loves to play a lot of zone coverage, so you're seeing this offense now attacking that. They're letting their receivers find the soft spots in the zones so they can advance the football.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Here's Reed to throw. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This matchup, two teams in the top 5, just sort of whets the appetite for what we're going to see in the playoff, guys.
The selection committee is watching this one very closely because, David, both of these teams are easily talented enough to win it all, but only one can walk out of here with a dub.
Right, and what does it do? It sets up the seeding, right? It sets up the buys. It sets up the whole future of the college football playoff, and I think you want to punctuate that. You want to leave a lasting impression late in the season on the committee and show them, like, hey, we're the best in the country.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking for room, it's Edwards. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Might as well stick with him. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Reed gets it to the back. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Texas A&M going up tempo. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on 4th down.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. He didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
The run inside. It's Fletcher. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. You reach this portion of the season, in games like this, top 5 showdown can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wear off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. If you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
And for the majority of the offseason, we thought Mensah was going to be starting for Duke in the offseason saga that happened. Obviously, a lot went into it. But here's what you know about Miami quarterbacks in recent history. Cam Ward, the #1 pick. Carson Beck, a lot of experience coming in. Now Darren Mensah comes in. Miami finds the guy. They have to have that spot covered. And Palmer, they got a really good one.
They have been able to reload. For anybody that didn't know Darren Mensah and where he started, just look back to his film just 2 years ago at Tulane when he's absolutely lighting up for the American, wins an ACC championship at Duke, and now filling in for Carson Beck and a team that just went to a national champion.
Makes the grab in their space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Here's a little, got some room, headed to the goal line. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. So Miami signals for a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the Canes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Miami!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Coming out with it, it's Bussey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. On the run, it's Edwards. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Reed. He's got him. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Reed. Escapes the pressure going right. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
The Aggies send out it's a fake. He wants to throw. Uncorks it. Oh, and he picked it off. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offensive scoring position. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point is good. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Throwing Reed. Swings it out to his running back. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. Reed to the air again. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Runs through a tackle, and he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Here's Reed to throw. Got his man on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Scanning the field, it's Reed. Throws to the back. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And that's a big shot, that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Again, it's Reed. Safe completion on the screen. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Canes! Took it all the way back to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Reed makes the catch. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Bringing the heat. He gets away. Turning it on. Texas A&M going quickly. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Gonna run it, it's Edwards. Surged ahead for a couple there, it'll be 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Finds a little, ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Throwing, Mensah. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And that is the play the defense needed to turn the momentum around in this game. They needed somebody to step up and make a play. That should have been intercepted.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. It's complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the 2nd quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
On the run from inside his own 5. He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. On the move, it's Edwards. Doesn't find any room whatsoever here late in the half.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They're dealing with a second and long. These corners backing off a bit. Going to take a shot. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. Let's begin with the West Virginia Mountaineers taking on the number 23 team, the Kansas Jayhawks. And it's West Virginia in an absolute fistfight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Morrow.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Reed. It's complete to the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Aggies headed quickly to the line. To the ground to try to move the chains. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Throws to the tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper. But they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Oh, it's a fumble. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Reed to the air again. He's got him in the flat. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Beck's going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. Throwing Reed. Floats it out in space. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Wows through the defense, and they swarm him under.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Right back to it. He breaks a tackle. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter,
maybe a crease. Delivers the stiff arm. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
From the red zone, it's Pringle. Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
Set to advance on the football.
They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the returner goes down.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's Reed to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Gets it out to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Back to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one.